This woman I married, the love of my life, Catherine Ross, married Catherine Ross. Been going with Catherine since 1978.
Sam Elliott, that calm thunder of voice and that iron gray mustache, has ridden through our screens for 50 years. Always steady, always brave. Yet beneath the saddle-polished image sits a man who has battled rumor storms, fake death headlines, and most recently, a confession so raw it made fans cry. Born on August 9th, 1944, in sunny Sacramento, Sam grew up in a home of grit and discipline. His mom, Glennie, once ruled the diving boards before turning gym teacher, while Dad, Henry, tracked predators for a living. Their Texas bloodlines even reached back to a surgeon who patched soldiers at the Battle of San Jacinto. When Sam turned 13, the family headed north to rainy Portland, Oregon. He finished David Douglas High in 1962, then bounced into University of Oregon, dabbling in English and psychology before quitting after 2 terms. College fell hollow, but the spark of acting had only begun to glow. Sam switched to Clark College in Vancouver, Washington, and stole the show as Big Jewel in Guys and Dolls. A local paper shouted that he should be a professional actor, and the praise stuck. But joy met tragedy when Sam's father died of a heart attack, leaving his boy just 18 and shattered. Sam later admitted, "My dad died thinking I was a total idiot for wanting to be an actor." That ache burned into fuel. Hollywood costs money, so Sam swung a shovel on construction sites while chasing auditions. One lucky day, he mixed cement for a family friend who happened to be an assistant director. The friend whispered, "Come visit the set," and a career was born. Sam laughed later. "My big break, pouring cement." His first credit came in 1969's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. He delivered one off-camera line as a poker player, a blink-and-miss role, but it placed him beside Robert Redford and hope thundered in his chest. Guest spots on Judd for Defense, Gunsmoke, Lancer, and Even Mission. Impossible stacked up. Casting teams love that flinty stare and canyon-deep tone. In 1972, he became the slow-walking cowboy in Falstaff beer commercials, a perfect fit that glued his image to the American West. In 1975, he played Charles Wood in the TV movie I Will Fight No More Forever, a heartbreaking look at Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce. Viewers saw depth beyond the boots, and producers took note. A quiet hit shakes Hollywood. The next year, Sam slipped into Lifeguard as Rick Carlson, a suntan hero facing a midlife crisis. Variety called the film unsatisfying. Yet even they admitted Sam projects a character who is mostly a passive reactor. Critics sniffed, audiences cheered, and the phone rang louder. Not every saddle stays on. A 1974 pilot had him racing motorcycles against a daring stunt woman. CBS shelved it, and years later a friend told Sam the clip was on YouTube. He shrugged. "F me." Failures happened, he joked, and then he rode on, what truly hooks the public. Through setbacks, the audience clung to that honest voice. Each word felt carved from oak, every glance steady as sunrise. It wasn't one role, it was the man himself. The late 1970s and early 80s crowned Sam a go-to character actor. In 1977's miniseries Aspen, he played Tom Keating, then stood tall beside Farrah Fawcett and Catherine Ross, his future wife. In 1981's Murder in Texas. 3 years later, he joined Cheryl Ladd in A Death in California. Fans went wild when Sam teamed with Tom Selleck in 1979's The Sacketts. Their chemistry sparked a reunion in 1982's The Shadow Riders. Both shows sprang from Louis L'Amour stories, and Sam's slow drawl fit every dusty frame. In Mask 1985, he stood toe-to-toe with Cher, proving he could swing between toughness and tenderness. For years later, he warmed holiday screens as a stern but loving dad in Prancer, melting snow and hearts alike. While films gathered trophies, television kept calling. He popped up in Hawaii Five-0, Felony Squad, and countless TV movies, including 1995's Buffalo Girls as Wild Bill Hickok. Viewers couldn't get enough of that frontier charm. In 1986, Sam led Gone to Texas, portraying Sam Houston from fiery youth to political mastermind during Texas independence. He blended rugged courage with crafty strategy, showing yet another layer of talent. The confession that shook his fans. Decades of grit and glory built a legend, Yet Sam recently felt a weight on his soul. So he opened a handwritten letter to supporters and poured his heart out. He thanked them for sticking with him through every dusty trail, admitted the fears he hides behind silent stares, and begged everyone to chase their own dreams no matter the odds. Many readers wiped tears as they finished his words. What happens next could be even bigger. Sam Elliott still stands tall, still ready for the next wide-open sunset. With each project, he proves that scars can shine like metals, and that a steady whisper can thunder louder than any shout. A new chapter of legend is born. In 1989, Sam Elliott swaggered into Roadhouse beside Patrick Swayze, playing Wade Garrett, the bruised knuckle mentor with a hidden heart. Fans cheered. The mustache had never looked tougher. 2 years later, Sam shared the screen with his real-life partner Catherine Ross in Conagra, drawn from a Louis L'Amour tale. Viewers fell hard for their quiet sparks on screen. 1993 delivered a 1-2 punch that turned grit into legend. First came Brigadier General John Buford in Gettysburg, then Virgil Earp in Tombstone. Against giants like Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, Sam's steady gaze still stole the show. In 1998, he drifted to The Big Lebowski as a stranger, narrating with prairie-wide calm, barely 10 minutes on camera. Yet every line echoed like thunder. Sam saluted in We Were Soldiers, 2002, as Sergeant Major Basil Plumley, then thundered into the 2003 blockbuster Hulk as General Thaddeus Ross. Not the lead, yet each role felt carved in stone, wisdom, strength, and raw emotion in one package. In 2005, he flipped the script in Thank You for Smoking, playing a former cowboy model battling lung cancer, a sobering twist that only Sam could ground in truth. Barnyard's 2006 audiences heard Ben the Cow rumble wisdom through Sam's unmistakable baritone. Even a cartoon steer sounded heroic. 2007 brought Carter Slade in Ghost Rider and balloon-flying adventurer Lee Scoresby in The Golden Compass. Nicole Kidman, Christopher Lee, Daniel Craig. Yet Sam's calm bravery shone bright. He surfaced as an American Airlines pilot in Up in the Air, then glided into Parks and Recreation as Ron Dunn, the tree-hugging mirror of Ron Swanson. Short visits, big laughs, lasting memories. Voice work in Marmaduke, 2010. Coaching in Draft Day, 2014. Sam never slowed. In 2015, he resurfaced opposite Lily Tomlin in Grandma and melted hearts in I'll See You in My Dreams. That same year, a turn in Justified snagged the Critics' Choice Trophy for Best Guest Performer. Netflix lassoed him for The Ranch, teaming him with Ashton Kutcher. Appearances in Grace and Frankie plus Pixar's The Good Dinosaur kept new audiences tuning in. A role that felt like destiny. The Hero, 2017, followed a fading Western star staring down time. A plot that mirrored Sam's own reflection. Critics swooned. Elliott is perfect here, one package. He tackled the man who killed Hitler, and then the Bigfoot with straight-faced grit, proving he could ground any wild premise. The Oscar shout at last. A Star is Born crowned the run, casting Sam as Bobby Maine, older brother to Bradley Cooper's Trouble Rocker. Tears flowed. Awards followed. National Board Review win. Screen Actors Guild nod, and finally that long-overdue Oscar nomination. Sam joked, "I think the thing off the top of my head might be it's about effing time." Fans roared in agreement. A prequel trailblazer. In 2022, 1883 place him as Shea Brennan guiding settlers across brutal plains. The gritty series exploded, and Sam rode off with another Screen Actors Guild statue. The 80s taught him Hollywood's darkest secret, the casting couch. In 1980, he told Dayton Daily News, "You cannot believe the casting couch stories. I could tell you the cliches are all true." Offers from both men and women came, and he refused each one. "It's probably hurt me," he admitted, "but I'm the one who has to live with that guilt." Conscience clear, career intact. Decades later, Sam hailed #MeToo as the best thing that's happened to Hollywood in a long time. What broke him most were young dreamers crushed by the system, and he never stopped speaking for them. While peers chase clicks, Sam rejects social media entirely. No Twitter, no Instagram, not even email. He told ARP the magazine, "Everywhere you look, people are looking at their hands. Nobody's relating to each other." He would rather trade real eye contact than followers, and crowds still spot that mustache from a mile away. Back in 1969, Sam Elliott was just a background blur in a bar scene. No lines, no spotlight, just another extra. But that day wasn't forgettable. That's when he first saw Catherine Ross. She was already a star from The Graduate, and Sam didn't dare speak. I didn't try to talk to her then, he admitted. She was a leading lady. I was a glorified extra. In 1978, they both starred in Legacy. This time they actually spoke, and something clicked. But things weren't simple. Catherine was still married to her fourth husband. That marriage ended in 1979, and 5 years later, she married Sam Elliott. Sam almost turned down his role in Mask just to stay on his honeymoon with Catherine Ross. That's how strong their bond was. He once said, "We have a common sensibility, but we also work at being together. You work past the stuff. You don't walk away from it." They didn't just survive Hollywood. They proved that real love takes work. And they never gave up on each other. Even after years of fame and a voice recognized around the world, Sam never chased money. He spent over 5 decades in Hollywood, earned awards, fans, and even built a $20 million fortune. But that wasn't what mattered to him. In an interview with The Guardian, he said, "I've never done a job for money." For Sam, it was always about the story, what the role meant, how it felt. That's what pulled him in. Because of that mindset, Sam took roles in small films that didn't get much attention, but he never regretted it. He didn't care about legacy or fame. "It's all about enjoying the process," he said. "And if you can't enjoy that, then you're going about it wrong." He summed it up with one unforgettable line: "Sometimes you eat the process. Sometimes the process eats you." That's who Sam Elliott really is. Honest, grounded, gutsy. He avoids social media. He doesn't follow trends. He even laughs at the memes about his mustache. He listens to his gut and turns down anything that doesn't feel right. And fans love him not just for the deep voice or the cowboy hat, but for the man underneath it all. Even with his fame, Sam once said he almost destroyed his entire career before it even took off. In 2017, while promoting The Hero, he told Business Insider, "I thought I messed myself out of a career. The Hero was more than just another role. It was personal." Sam played Lee Hayden, an aging Western actor dealing with fading fame and time slipping by. It hit close to home. Director Brett Haley, who had worked with Sam before, created The Hero just for him. Sam said, "Every actor's dream is somebody writes something specifically for them." Then he added, "I've had people write parts for me, but never something where I'm on every page." After so many years of supporting roles, this one felt different. It felt like someone truly saw him. But right when things were going well, controversy hit hard. In 2022, Sam made strong remarks about the Oscar-winning film The Power of the Dog during an episode of the WTF podcast. He called it a piece of, and criticized how it showed cowboys. He also questioned the director Jane Campion's background, and people were not happy. The backlash came fast. Campion responded and didn't hold back. She called Sam's comments misogynistic, xenophobic, and homophobic. She even said, "He's not a cowboy, he's an actor." Benedict Cumberbatch also responded, without naming Sam, saying people shouldn't be forced to fit one version of what's normal just because of where they're from or what they do. After all that, Sam came forward and apologized. At a Deadline event, he said, "I wasn't very articulate about it. I said some things that hurt people, and I feel terrible about that." He added, "The gay community has been incredible to me my entire career. I'm sorry I hurt any of those friends." He also apologized directly to the cast of The Power of the Dog. "Brilliant actors all," he said, and in particular, Benedict Cumberbatch. "I can only say that I'm sorry, and I am." He admitted he didn't explain his point well. The apology was late, but it came from the heart. Then, out of nowhere, a new rumor took over the internet. In August 2023, shocking posts claimed Sam Elliott had died. Social media blew up with tributes. YouTube filled with titles like "Sam Elliott's Final Goodbye" and "Rest in Peace, Sam Elliott." Some thumbnails even had 1944 to 2023 next to his name. It wasn't true. One video even said, Let's keep the legacy of Sam Elliott alive and kicking, which just confused fans even more. As the rumors spread, people searched for answers. But Sam was fine. He hadn't gone anywhere. It was just another fake headline in a long line of online hoaxes. And just like always, Sam Elliott stayed calm, alive, strong, and still the cowboy we all admire. These fake death rumors didn't just stay on YouTube. Suddenly, they were everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, even group chats. Some people believed it. Others weren't sure. But major news outlets didn't say a word. Why? Because it wasn't true. Sam Elliott was alive and well. The rumors came from shady YouTube channels like Ripples in Time and Celeb Breaking News, accounts known for making up stories. These same channels had also posted fake death videos about other celebrities, including Mike Tyson. Some websites even picked up the lie. Sportskia and The Sun reported the story without giving a single real source. They used the same line seen in dozens of other celebrity hoaxes. He joins a long list of celebrities who have been victimized by this hoax. He's still alive and well. Word for word, copied straight from other false reports. And it wasn't the first time it happened. Back in 2019, another rumor made the rounds online claiming Sam had died in his sleep. That was also fake. One of the websites tied to the rumor was Media Mass, which has a long history of spreading fake celebrity news. Despite all of that noise, Sam kept going. He didn't disappear. He didn't hide. He went right back to doing what he loves. Even after all the hoaxes and drama, Sam Elliott is returning to screen in Season 2 of Landman, a series on Paramount+. It's created by Taylor Sheridan, the same man behind Yellowstone and 1883. Sam worked with Sheridan before when he played Shea Brennan, the heartbroken cowboy leading settlers through danger in 1883. This time, Sam will be a regular cast member. The story takes place in Texas and focuses on people working in the oil and gas industry. The main character, Tommy Norris, is played by Billy Bob Thornton, who said the role was written specifically for him. So what's the show about? It follows landmen, professionals who negotiate with property owners to get drilling rights for oil and gas companies. They deal with leases, massive deals, and powerful corporations. Thornton's character is stuck right in the middle of that intense world. Sam's exact role hasn't been revealed yet, but fans are already excited. With his voice, presence, and experience, there's no doubt he'll bring something powerful to the screen again. After everything, career struggles, controversies, fake death stories, Sam Elliott is still working, still strong, and still staying true to who he is. What do you think about Sam Elliott speaking his mind, even when it stirs things up? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more unforgettable stories from Hollywood. See you next time.